trajectory is not there. They've not been to school to sit in an HR class or personnel management class. They just find themselves in a role they were never prepared for. So it's not surprising that you find a number of people say to business leaders, we don't know what this is about. So clearly there is a gap to be closed. Just to be able to speak to how we can move forward, okay? To gain courage and to not be overwhelmed by the threats, the seeming or perceived threat of data or people analytics. I want to share 3 things with us today, and I'll be done. The first thing is for you to start small. Start small. The second thing is to get support. To get support. Okay? And then the third is embrace growth and career opportunities. Embrace growth and career opportunities. And I'll take each one of these very quickly so that we can get the learnings and we can move on. All right. Before we even start talk about starting small, let's clarify what the benefits of having access to data within organizations is all about. Number one, you want to be able to answer real business problems. Answer and speak to real business problems. You want to hit the bull's eye. You don't want to be doing something that is not in alignment with the goals of the business. Number two, you want to save costs and you want to save time. I give an example. If you have data to support, for example, that your recruitment sourcing process is the best from a particular source, what do? You jettison every other effort or every other channel and face the one that has the most impact on your work and your business, okay? But you can't take that kind of decision if you don't have data to support that premise, isn't it? Number three, you want to be a credible business partner. Long gone are the days where HR will come to management or business table and say, I have a gut feeling, okay? Or say, I feel we should do this, or this is what the people are saying. By the people, the HR may just be referring to 3 or 2 or 4 friends, that came forward within a staff workforce of, say, maybe 200, and say, this is what the people know. The people are not saying that. Where is the proof that the people are saying what you're saying, you see? So you need to be a credible business partner, and that is what that speaks to. Last but not the least is because you want to simplify your communication. So we do a lot of talking, we even over-talk, in my own opinion, where we do not have evidence to support what it is that we're trying to get from business. So data literally makes your communication simple. All right. Again, we see how companies are using business intelligence or workforce analytics to be able to make significant improvements in their businesses. We see here from the Aberdeen Group, which says 14% were able to make improvements in revenue per employee compared to 5% who are not actively using data analytics tools. 3 things I just want to share in terms of the benefits. Number one, you gain insights, isn't it? Number 2, you have foresight in terms of what can possibly happen. And number 3, you are able to make solid decisions for the business. Now, I did say it was important for us to start small. What does it look like to start small? Number 1, know your terminologies. Know your terminologies. Words that are flying all over the place and that we're getting familiar with these days is data analytics. But there's another one, HR analytics, if you're working in the HR space, you see. Business has always been familiar with analytics. You have production analytics, marketing and sales, but HR analytics is not yet commonplace. We find some organizations based off of the knowledge that the HR leaders have they're able to harness the benefits, but it is not yet full-blown as we have other forms of analytics. Okay, so get familiar with your data. Data analytics, according to the definitions I have here, means the collection of data, the transformation of data, and the organization of data. HR analytics, on the other hand, speaks to people analytics, workforce analytics, okay? It involves gathering data, analyzing and reporting of HR data. So getting to know these fundamentals is quite important. All right? Start small also means that you need to focus on the essentials. Don't do too many things. All right? It can get overwhelming when you want to do a lot of things at the same time. All right? The person you see on the screen here is Emma Colbert from Talent Acquisition. I beg your pardon, Entranter. She's the Director of Talent Acquisition at Entranter. And then she says this because I did find it very profound when she made this statement. She said, once we had data and business insisted on harnessing it for business value, I spent 3 to 4 months with a member of my data team building this elaborate dashboard with time to hire, quality of hire, pipeline metrics, and whatnot. However, when it came to really using this dashboard, I couldn't identify the relevance of this extensive dashboard to the business. I knew what mattered most to the business was growing as a result of the quality of hire. And then she said something that was quite interesting. She said, I ended up demolishing this dashboard, cut out half of the information. I needed to focus on data that mattered the most to my executives. So here, HR friend and HR colleague, data enthusiasts, please focus on the essentials. We get to come into presentations, we attend conferences, and then we see all of these elaborate presentations. No, just focus on your own business areas, the critical areas for your business, and then you